What up, high school burnouts?
What it do, YouTube? Welcome back to Fadeaway. I'm Jalen, joined by Ryan and Vinny. And recently, Stephen A. Smith went on his show and discussed that the NBA will be doing a Next 25 for the 75th anniversary of the NBA. And back in 1995, they did the 50 greatest players. And there was a few questionable players, but it's been 25 years since then, and today we want to talk about who could potentially be the next 25 added to that list. Basically, I have a list of locks. I'm going to run down really quick to not make this too complicated because these players will definitely be on that list if there is one. First off, we've got Dominique Wilkins, who was snubbed. Yay or nay on that one?
Yeah, no doubt about that. He's on my list for sure.
We've got Kobe.
I disagree. No, I'm just kidding. For sure.
Tim Duncan. Kevin Garnett. LeBron. Allen Iverson. Kevin Durant. Steph Curry. D. Wade. Dirk, Dwight Howard, Anthony Davis, Kawhi, Giannis, Harden, and Westbrook.
Dwight Howard's interesting, bro. I mean, I know he had the Defensive Player of the Year run, but I don't know.
I think Dwight would definitely be a lock on that list.
A lock?
I definitely think so. That was my list of locks.
Bro.
I think I forgot CP3 too. He would be a lock.
Did you have Gary Payton on there?
He is one of my ones that could be on there definitely once we get down to it.
How do you have Dwight on as a lock but not Gary Payton? Gary Payton's for sure a lock.
Dwight's prime just
Manu
gets
Ginobili
so
should be on
unforgotten.
there too.
I feel like Tony Parker would make it before Manu does.
Manu is way better than Tony Parker, man.
I don't necessarily disagree with that, but I think they would give it to Tony Parker over Manu.
I didn't hear you talk about Steve Nash, who's for sure a lock on that back-to-back MVPs. Like, get the fuck off of me. Best in the league.
See, Nash would probably
He wouldn't be a
make
lock on my list. See, this is my list, bro. Steve Nash ain't making my list.
Nash?
Dude,
I think Nash.
Did you
would
have
make
Bob
my list,
McAdoo on there?
I didn't
Talking
actually. I
Dwight
forgot
Howard
about him.
Dude, Bob
for sure
McAdoo,
was
major
on the 25
snub
greatest
off the
players.
original list.
That's
bro.
crazy. He
I don't
didn't
know.
make it.
I don't know how Bob McAdoo doesn't make that list. Go look at his numbers, bro. He was insane. But Alex English, another old player that didn't make the list that I think could potentially make this next 25. He was a great scorer. So
Wow,
I mean-
Alex English too didn't make it. I had Reggie on here.
yeah, I had Reggie too.
I would put Reggie in,
Yeah, I would too.
so that's a lock we could agree on.
Yep.
What's-
Ray Allen, you have him on there.
I have Ray Allen.
Yeah.
What about Paul Pierce?
Yep.
I was thinking about Paul, man, but I don't know.
It's tough. He probably makes
I don't
it.
know, man.
It's close.
I was thinking about Paul, but
Kyrie?
Giannis. Do you have Giannis?
Giannis is one of my locks. Yes.
Yeah, Giannis is gonna make it for sure.
Okay.
What about you, Vinny? What are you thinking?
Names he didn't say. Blake Griffin, possibly. I mean,
Blake
definitely.
Griffin is almost, but I think he might get snubbed.
Yeah, Blake's stats are like solid, but I don't think I just don't think they view him like that. You
You
know,
don't think that Luka could make it, even though he's only.
I considered Luka just in terms of like how they viewed Shaq on the original
That's
list.
exactly what I was
That's
thinking.
what I was
yeah.
thinking. Exactly.
Yeah, like projecting him to be great. So
But besides that, I mean, I didn't hear Vince Carter from anybody.
I had Vince and T Mac kind of in the same realm of
Yeah.
Vince for sure
they
makes
could.
it. There's no question.
I don't think Vince is better than any of these dudes on this list here on my 25.
I think
Vince didn't have a better career than like Manu and like Alex English even, bro. I swear. Like I know Vince is like a highlight reel, but go look at his like career. It wasn't like that spectacular, to be honest with you.
Dude, Vince is a staple.
Dude was like a journeyman for like the last half of his career.
I mean,
So-
yeah, he didn't have a dynasty to go to with Mono and Tony.
He
Parker.
really was good. He was really good for like 4 years in Toronto, and he was good with New Jersey for like 2 years too.
He was solid with New Jersey, and then he didn't even play that bad on his third team. What was it? Yeah, the Magic. That's what I'm trying to think of. I was thinking blue and white. I just
Or did he go to the? No, I think it was the Magic.
Magic and then Suns, I think.
Suns, yeah.
He went to the place like every time after they went to finals or something.
Dude, but you got to put in consideration the guy's longevity was great. He was a great
Mavs too.
He's for sure on there for me. Who else?
I mean, throw out this name, Chris Bosh.
Hasn't done enough. Definitely.
I thought about Chris Bosh, man.
I put him on my list. I actually have Chris Bosh.
If we're doing like top 100, he for sure makes it, but I don't think he's top 75.
For sure.
He might be like 80.
Hello?
You know what I mean? But like, yeah. Go ahead. What?
How about Damian Lillard? Does he come out anywhere on there?
He's close. I put his name down, but after saying a couple of these other names, he might get snubbed.
No way. How's that a snub? What has he done in this league, bro?
I mean, he has hit a bunch of game winners.
Well, if we're talking about Kyrie, I feel like
Kyrie, bro, won a chip, dude.
I
Damian
know, but
Lillard
is
hasn't done anything.
Kyrie-
Damian Lillard's hitting
Kyrie better than
Russ
Lillard?
and Paul
Kyrie
George
had
playoff
more
Pete.
help than Lillard, man. Winning that chip had fucking LeBron, and like, dude, that was pretty much LeBron. Not at the like peak of his prime, but he was still in that meat and potatoes part of his career.
Hey, but Kyrie was balling, bro.
Dude,
Kyrie was balling too, but if you put Lillard in that situation, does he get the chip too? I feel like they're similar.
He doesn't do it. I don't know, bro. I'd rather have Kyrie Irving than Damian Lillard on my team. So.
Dude, Lillard is, in my opinion, the second best shooter in the league because Clay's not healthy.
Dude,
Speaking of Klay Thompson,
no way.
Is Klay gonna make the top next 25?
No,
I was thinking about him, bro.
I feel like they might give it to him. They gave Magic all his teammates.
Yeah.
In the next 50, I think Klay has a good chance.
Dude, I don't know how Damian Lillard's like a volume shooter, bro. He needs like a ton of shots. I don't know how you can say he's like one of the best shooters in the league. Like efficiency is like best shooters. Like Kevin Durant can get like 30 points on like 12 shots, you know? Like that's a great shooter. You can get to the line, get free throws. Like I don't know, man.
Lillard, best from deep range. All you got, all you need. Man can shoot just like Steph Curry. Has some of the best handles.
No way. Cannot shoot like Steph Curry. Just because he shoots from the logo doesn't mean he can shoot like Steph Curry.
Dude, he is definitely right behind Curry. Probably not percentage-wise, but talent-wise. Like, who else? Like, if you're naming top point guards right now, name the top 3 point guards.
Dude, I mean, LeBron pulls up from, like, the logo sometimes. You know what I mean? Like, anybody can do that.
Right now, though.
Best point guards?
Steph. And then
Kyrie Irving.
And then it's Lillard or Kyrie.
James Harden.
Okay.
When he plays point guard.
2 best shooting point guards in the league. Dame, Steph.
Dude, I'd rather have Kyrie.
No one shot the ball like these guys in the NBA. No one shot like Dame. Ray Allen's a shooting guard, but no one shot like Dame. He's the second best shooter in the league.
Because Dame shoots from the logo, nobody shoots like Dame. Is that why?
No, but Dame consistently.
Because Dame scored like 10 points or something, and he
The
went like
most
1 for
consistent
10 in
shooter
the
from past
playoffs.
like 30. What was it? Most consistent shooter from like past 30 feet or something like that. Like,
I
dude,
mean, what does
like
it matter though? It doesn't give you extra points because you shot 10 feet behind the 3 point line.
yeah, but
You
he
know,
makes it in last second
Even
situations. You can't
regardless
deny
of
that he's clutch.
shooting 30 feet out, I would still probably give the edge to Lillard, regardless of his range, because I do think he is a great shooter.
range really. I mean, I don't know, bro. It's what? Okay, why didn't he do that shit against Curry in the Western Conference Finals?
Bro,
He got
that
sweated,
team
bro.
was
Double and triple
ridiculous,
team that
dude. You
game.
can't even blame him for
Bro,
that.
KD wasn't playing. It was just Steph and Clay versus CJ and Dame. If Dame is a
He
top
had no
75
help that
player,
game.
he takes a game off Steph Curry. He can't take a game off Steph Curry. Come on.
That was a solid war, dude. I mean, that Warriors team was still solid.
Okay, but
It
he's
was. He
Dame.
probably should
You
have
guys are
got a
acting like
game,
he's a GOAT.
but
He can't get a game off him. He played bad in those games too. I bet McCollum, if you look at the stats, played better than him.
I don't know about that.
I bet if you looked at the stats, he did. I'd have to go check.
even then, I mean, Kyrie was absolutely terrible in Boston. So they've both had their bad years or bad games, whatever you want to say. I guess it
Yeah.
really just comes down to, I don't know, it's very close for them. I think they're in the same realm of players. Should probably move on to the next topic. Once we figure out the rest of the list, we'll come back to them because one will probably make it. Here's another name, Chris Webber.
I don't think
Solid.
he makes it, but I think he's a good player, man. I think he's a really good
For
player,
sure.
but I don't think he makes it.
There's not a lot of love for the power forward position, unless
Jason
you're not
Kidd?
young Anthony Davis.
Man, I was really I was torn on J Kidd, man, but he's not on my list, but like he's right there, like after it. Honorable mention for sure.
Did he get that ring in Brooklyn?
He got the ring in Dallas,
Dallas.
which
Okay, with
which is
Bird.
what might propel him onto it.
I mean, man,
I always forget about that ring.
dude's basketball IQ.
I always forget he was on that team.
I don't know. J Kidd's definitely. I don't know. He's like. But then, like, did you say Russ Westbrook at all?
Yes, he's on my list.
As a
Yeah,
lock?
he's on there. He's on there for sure.
Like, and then, man, that's hard to say. There's a lot of like that. He comes into like the situation with point guards. It's like him, Dame, Kyrie, and Gary Payton could all be in that same.
Did you say Rodman?
I didn't. He wasn't on the first one.
I don't think so. I would say he's on mine.
He
I thought you said Dennis
he
Rodman.
would be on mine too
Yeah,
if he wasn't.
I'm gonna check.
Dude, sorry to sidetrack, guys, and I know this is during a recording, but these Lions fucking suck, man. Jesus.
Yeah, they're
Yeah, dude,
horrible.
Rodman wasn't on the list.
Okay, so Rodman's on there too.
Yeah, Rob. Did you say Braun?
Yeah.
Sadly. Harden's not on my list.
He's on mine
Whoa.
Never.
You need to
for
explain
sure on there.
explain why Harden doesn't make your
Dude,
list.
I mean, no. Was Kobe on the 96 list?
No, he just came in to
All
the
right,
league.
boom. Shooting guard right there. Allen Iverson, shooting guard right there. Is Melo considered a small forward or a shooting guard?
Forward.
Small forward.
Okay, so never mind about Melo. Let me go back into my list over here.
It doesn't like you don't need like a amount of
Wait.
like certain amount.
I don't think
Wait,
we mentioned
better-
Melo, but Melo's a lot.
Wade, better shooting
Mellow
guard.
lock, yeah.
I'm not putting a bunch of shooting guards saying that the league was ran by shooting guards, even though it was in the 2000s. But I don't think that I don't think that he's better than D Wade. I don't think he's better than Kobe. I don't think he's better than Allen Iverson, which people are trying to say that he is, but I don't
For
think
sure
so.
is better than Allen Iverson.
You think that Harden's better than AI?
Yeah, as a player, he is. Yeah, as a basketball player, for sure.
Dude, the rules. So if Harden played in Allen Iverson's league when there wasn't a bunch of fouls being called for every like contact, and Harden's going to go to the line as much, he's not going to be as better as than Allen Iverson playing in that league.
He can shoot threes though. Iverson can't really shoot.
He can shoot threes. I mean, I guess. I feel like that also comes with height too. Like that's a better advantage.
Yeah,
but
Iverson's short as hell, and he shoots like a ton of shots.
Harden has a good finish. I mean, I also think that helps with him being. Was Allen Iverson lefty? No, he wasn't. He was right-handed, right?
Yeah, he's right.
But dude, Allen Iverson still a better finisher due to the height disadvantage. Still think he had a better handle. And I mean, dude, he literally played with shit.
I disagree. I just think it was like a long time ago. You know what I mean? And like players back then just like didn't have the handles they do now. Like Harden has just I don't know. Him and Kyrie are the two best.
Harden has to put you on an island in order to break you. You know what I mean? Iverson.
I never see him get stripped. Really.
I'm sorry.
I never really see him get stripped. To be honest.
Harden.
Yeah.
I've seen Harden get stripped when he tries to.
I mean, I'm sure he's got stripped, but it's not like a common thing. Like,
I mean, I don't like Harden's size up dribble, but what I'm saying is when Harden sizes up a player, dude, he likes keeping his distance. Iverson was way better in close situations with a defender on him, in my opinion.
Well, as long as they get the bucket, does it like matter too much about their dribbles?
Dude, Iverson was getting buckets, man.
Well, no doubt. I have Iverson as a lock on my list, but I think Harden is definitely a lock too. Even if they're both shooting guards.
Many people at the shooting guard position. You already got 3 of them right there. And I mean, you could go 5-by-5 if you want to add 25 players and make it super even. But there's just so many names that are better than Harden on here. Anthony Davis better than Harden in that generation. Giannis better than Harden. Stephen Curry's better than Harden. Chris Paul's better than Harden, career-wise. I think that, I guess you want to put him over Vince Carter, but I mean, still doesn't have shit going for him career-wise. Vince Carter doesn't have a ring. He doesn't have a ring. Dirk's better than him. LeBron's better than him. Kobe's better than him. Kevin Durant's better than him.
Oh yeah, those guys are all on the list
Kevin
too.
Garnett's better than Harden.
Yeah, that's why we're trying to figure it out.
Dude, I keep adding all these names. That's moving Harden lower and lower down the list, dude.
Well, yeah, Harden.
Dude, you got to take your personal hatred for him out of this, bro.
Dude, I'm telling you right now, it's not even just a hatred. He's just not on the 25.
You would put Vince Carter.
Who is he not on the 25?
Over Harden?
Yeah, I put Vince Carter.
What is your reason?
Look at the ring. What has Harden done? What has Harden
led the league in scoring like 3 times, bro?
And he won 2 MVPs. Okay,
just one, but still.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he's got.
It's way more than Damian Lillard's done, and you are just like willing to throw him on the list, like.
Dude, I still think Damian Lillard's better than Harden.
Dude, how can you say that, bro?
Damian Lillard's been holding that team up the whole time. Harden's had multiple shitty seasons with multiple top.
Harden literally like revived the franchise in Houston, bro.
Yeah, Houston's bad for a long
Lillard
time.
was holding up Portland. Like, who else was in Portland before Damian Lillard?
LaMarcus Aldridge.
Okay, and he worked with Marcus Aldridge, fed him, and made
Aldridge,
that
and did nothing.
Brandon Roy. And then, they made the Western Conference Finals versus the Lakers.
Damian Lillard
early
with
2000s.
Marcus Aldridge, compared to all these teams in the West, has been taking them to the playoffs consistently. And have they even missed? They missed a couple times. But they've been first round.
Harden never missed,
Harden
bro.
in that first round.
Top seed every year.
Damian Lillard. They went to the conference finals 2 years ago.
And
they're consistently in the playoffs. Houston couldn't do shit with Harden. That's why he left.
Damian Lillard got swept by Rondo and AD, bro.
Okay, and Harden still Harden and Damian Lillard are the same way. Both have only.
How can you say he's just better than him?
Finals.
No,
Like,
dude.
there's nothing
Harden's not.
Lillard's done that is
I'm
better than
putting
James
Lillard.
Harden.
I would put Lillard over Harden,
Okay, then I don't know how you can just say that though, bro.
dude. I'm not putting like Harden. Dude, Damian Lillard. Damian Lillard, I don't know. It's hard to say because he does have the accolades to say that.
It's
but I
very
don't
hard
like
to say.
Harden. I don't like Harden. I don't like how.
Yeah,
don't
I
like
know,
how he
dude, but
plays,
you
and I
have to
think that
take
the
that out of
fouls-
it.
I
Yeah,
think
we
fouls are a
know.
big reason that he led the league in scoring. Like, dude,
Huh?
I think his play style of just trying to get and ones is a big reason on why he had all those 30-plus point games and why he led the league. Like,
I
dude,
mean,
he
if we're
shoots like shit
looking
for
at their
games.
careers,
He'll shoot like 40 shots. He'll shoot 40 shots and then he'll be like making most of his money at the line. Like Houston was one of the worst 3-point shooting teams like right at the end of his stint there, bro.
well, they were
What's
very
wrong with
good for a
Remember they
long
had that
time.
game
in
they
shit
went
shooting.
0
about,
for
like,
17
being a good
from the
free throw
3.
shooter?
He went 0 for 17 from the 3 and then he scored off free throws. Like, bro, Harden is
Okay,
not
but
all
what's wrong with being a good free throw shooter?
and you're talking about Damian Lillard needing to be a volume shooter. Harden's the same way, dude. Harden's like a college football quarterback in a game, bro. It's like 50 attempts throwing to get.
Yeah, but
200
Harden's
yards.
led the league in assists too. You know,
Dude.
like Harden's a great point guard. Like he can do a lot of things, bro.
Dude, Harden is not on the
Damian
top.
Lillard's never come close to leading the league in assists, man.
Dude, I can name a bunch of point guards that should be over Harden, point guard wise.
Let's hear it and then
Like-
we'll go on.
You want to hear
have?
point guards that should be over Harden on this list right now? Russ, Gary Payton should be over him. I think that's, like I said, I already said Stephen Curry on a bunch of lists. Steve Nash, fuck it, one more MVP than him, has way better IQ. Chris Paul,
I don't know, man.
staple, definitely way better of a team player than James Harden, that fake ass beard of his, even though it's not fake.
Chris
And then
Paul is a
Luka.
shitty teammate.
Dude,
too.
I think Luka's career is going to blow James Harden out of the water if we're just comparing these people right now. So, and if you're putting him at point guard, even though he plays small forward too.
Well, I just disagree. I don't think he's. I don't know. The only dude that's better than him.
Dude, and
that
if
you
we're
named
talking
is
about accolades, are
Steph
you
Curry.
putting Kyrie over Harden at point guard then? Because he's got the ring. I mean, Kyrie's clutch. He's efficient. Shit. LeBron leads the league in assists almost like he's top 3 every year almost. And you fucking hate Braun, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but it's the point of. But Bron doesn't lead the league in scoring. Harden averages 36 points a game, and then can get a ton of assists.
Off like 6 made shots and like 14 trips to the line.
So he's great at shooting free throws. What's wrong with that?
I can't wait till this year when those and one penalties are going to be looked at a little bit more. I feel like Harden's not going to do as good, and he's on a team now where he
doesn't need to, dude. He averaged like 10 assists a game last year in Brooklyn, bro. He's passing the rock.
He's on a fucking super team. I mean, shit, man.
Why is it a super team? Because he's on it. Nobody was calling them a super team before he came on.
Dude, that team, if that team had that roster without Harden, everyone was calling that team juiced, man.
They were just a good team. They were like a good basketball team. Then they got hard. Now they're juiced.
Not better than the Lakers last year preseason when they stacked up and got Trez and Schroeder.
When LeBron and AD got together, everyone was saying that team was a sellout team and it was juiced.
Because they got so much depth on top of Anthony Davis. It wasn't just both the two of them. It was Schroeder,
Yeah, they had
Trez,
Dwight.
Caldwell Pope.
That year.
Team was crazy. And then they just disappointed.
Yeah, Brooklyn had depth. I mean, they had Joe Harris. They had DeAndre Jordan and Blake.
Yeah, but a bunch of like unproven guys, like unproven in the playoffs.
I mean, were any of the guys proven in the playoffs going into that Lakers team when everyone was calling them juice? I mean, I guess the Warriors were juice.
I mean, Dennis Schroeder just won like 6th man of the year, bro.
Okay, but dude,
Schroeder, however you say it.
those. You're saying that they're not a super team this year. Even if you took Harden away, you're saying that
I didn't say that, bro.
Yeah,
they're probably a super team.
Without Harden, though. That's what I'm saying. You take
without
Harden, the
Harden?
team's still juiced.
I'd
still have
definitely
them
not
taking the
without
East.
Harden right now. Are they a super team? It'd be Katie, Kyrie, and like Joe Harris and like old LaMarcus Aldridge and Paul Millsap.
I mean, I still think that team's juiced. The only competition they have are the Bucks, which you can see like that big threes. That big three is shown in the
I think
playoffs.
Miami's gonna be good this year, bro. I think Philly will be solid too.
Philly's got too much to prove, and they still need to get Ben Simmons out of there. Like, do you think that they'll have that done by the start of the year? I'm starting to run out, man.
I wonder where he's going.
If not, it'll be like a Harden situation. It'll be a couple weeks in to the season.
Dude, honestly, but then like not to compare sports here, but I don't know if it's going to be a Harden situation or if teams are going to even want to risk time with him. It might be a Deshaun situation. Like how he is in Houston, because you don't
Maybe.
have teams. You hear how outrageous they are for Ben Simmons right now. What team is going to give up stuff trying to be competitive for a championship that's going to please Philadelphia? I feel like he's going to be sitting on the shelf for a long time.
Sitting duck, for sure.
Yeah, he's not worth two players or two draft picks and a player. He's not.
Let's get
I
back.
disagree.
But
yeah, we can move on.
Let's get back to this
Or what was
list.
it? They wanted like two players and two draft picks. Like what they wanted was outrageous for Ben Simmons.
2 first-round picks for Ben Simmons. I'd probably do that, bro.
They wanted
I'd
two
do that
first
too.
and
It
two
depends.
players. They wanted players on top of it.
It depends.
Like
who the
Ben
players
Simmons
are.
is like 24 years old, bro, and he's like an all-defense player. Like, dude, I'd take that. And he's like 6'10", 6'11", can pass. He's a good player.
I think if you're the Warriors, you could give up those picks plus anybody besides Steph, Clay, or Draymond, and you come out winning that deal. But I don't think Philly wants anybody on the Warriors, so
That's what I'm saying. And to satisfy what Philadelphia would need, they need bigger players. They need defense to fit that gap. Like, who's giving up their stud for Ben Simmons?
I don't know.
Like the Bucks,
only, only time
the Bucks
will
are
tell,
going to
I
go
guess.
super tall ball. What were you saying?
Going back to this list, let's run down the locks and then we could fill out the remaining players on this locks. I've got obviously Neek, and if I say a name and you disagree, we can switch it. Just shout out something. Neek, Kobe, Tim Duncan, Kevin Garnett, LeBron, Allen Iverson, Kevin Durant, Steph Curry, Dwayne Wade, Anthony Davis, Kawhi, CP3, Dirk, Giannis, Westbrook, Carmelo, Ray Allen, Reggie Miller, Alex English, Rodman. I've got Dwight Howard and
Steve Nash.
do we okay, let me count this out really quick.
2 MVPs took that weird ass Suns team to the finals.
That Juice Suns team, and they didn't go to the finals. They went
Western
to
Conference finals.
they were juiced too. That Suns team.
What was it? Amari Stoudemire, Sean Marion, and
Okay.
Steve
With
Nash.
those players we've got
Joe
22.
Johnson.
ISO Joe.
Yeah, young ISO Joe.
ISO Joe was a bucket.
Yeah,
And what year was this again? Was this 07, 08?
06, I think, 05
Okay.
or 04, 05 maybe.
But that's like Lakers time, man, right? Like right after.
Nah, that was when they sucked. That was when they had like Kwame Brown, I
Smush
think.
Parker.
Or, like Smush Parker, yeah,
Running
Year
point
after
guard.
Shaq kind of
Yeah.
thing.
yeah, post Shaq,
So that was Miami then, right?
yeah.
Oh, dude, that Miami team was solid in the East. And then who did they play in the West?
Mavericks.
The
Yeah,
Mavericks.
Mavs, Spurs too, probably.
Oh yeah. No, okay. The
Spurs
Tony
won it
T
that year. It was Pistons Spurs in the finals. 04, 05. It went 7.
dude.
And then Heat Mavs next year.
Nash had to go through
Yeah.
a lot. Like I'm crediting him for what he did. Dude was literally a prepubescent boy compared to NFL linemen out there.
And dude, he was in like a crazy offensive system, bro. That was like pretty new for like that time.
Like
7 seconds or less.
you gotta, and he won. Like you can't deny he won 2 MVPs, man. You gotta give him his props.
But I would never take him over like anybody on that
Dude,
list.
he is not. You only I did you say all 25? No, I put him at 25.
I've got 22 as the locks right now, so we need to fill it out with the remaining
Three,
three.
Stevie Nash.
Steve Nash is an option.
Bob McAdoo, man.
We've got
Bob McAdoo's a lock.
We've got Nash. Bob McAdoo should have made it the first time, so that's 23.
It's a crime Bob McAdoo didn't make it, bro.
So is Pierce making it? Paul Pierce?
Yeah.
Nah, I don't think so,
No.
bro.
On there.
No.
I don't think so, man.
You don't think Kawhi's on there?
Oh, Kawhi's on there. Yeah,
Kawhi
Kawhi's a lot.
definitely is, yeah.
Okay, I was gonna say, are we talking about Tony Parker?
Manu Ginobili. Dude, Manu especially, bro. Dude, he won a gold medal with Argentina, man.
I know in 04. It's
Yeah,
tough.
dude. Like,
There's too many names on here I feel like are better than he was though. I've still got a couple. We need
Luka?
one more spot. Are we
Luka
giving
on
the
there?
last spot to? All right,
Luca could be a dark, like
that's
hot
what I'm
take.
thinking. That's what I was thinking. We've got Nash, Paul Pierce, Klay Thompson, Vince Carter, Tracy McGrady, Kyrie, Luka.
Zion Williamson.
And we could throw Lillard there too, and Zion.
Dude,
if
I'm
you
putting
want.
Zion Williamson with a jump
Lillard
shot.
and Harden. Nash over Lillard and Harden.
Definitely not over Harden. Maybe over Lillard.
Dude, he's over Harden. He's got one more MVP. Basically did the same exact thing if we're talking this. Similar
He
circumstances.
averaged 36 points a
West
game.
had a decent team around him, won 2 MVPs, and he was just a great all-around offensive player when it came to like passing the ball, having efficiency.
He averaged 36 points a game, though.
Dude,
Steve Nash.
was that even a time where people were averaging 36 points a game? No,
Kobe did.
that wasn't the most uncommon thing in the world for Harden to average that much.
Kobe averaged 35 that same year that
Dude, damn.
Nash won
And that's
MVP.
Kobe fucking Bryant. That's not
It's James Harden, bro.
dude. James Harden is not even comparable to Kobe, bro.
James Harden is one of the greatest scorers ever, bro. Like, period.
From the free throw line.
Dude, Rodman might have to come off this list. I might put Paul Pierce over Rodman.
No.
I can't do that, dude.
No.
I don't know, man. I don't see them snubbing
Dude,
Paul Pierce.
Rodman leads the NBA in a statistical ability, like unanimous.
See, I love Rodman, but I don't know, man.
Dude, when you're the best at one ability in the NBA, like you got to get your props, bro. Like I know it's not the best player of all time, but like, dude,
We didn't even say Gary. I didn't even
props.
get Gary Payton in there either.
I'm
The
putting
glove's a lock, man.
That
For
would
sure.
be 25 then, and then we're leaving Nash, Pierce, VC, T-Mac, Kyrie.
Dude, did
Zion
you put
all
Harden on there over Steve Nash?
That's off. Yeah, that's good, bro.
Who?
You're putting Harden over Steve Nash.
Yeah,
I don't
Harden's got to be a
even-
lock, dude. I can't
I'm
believe
not,
we're snubbing Steve Nash.
Dude, no, Steve Nash over Harden, 100%.
We're gonna have the 25.
Dude is the ultimate Harden
on this
hater
side.
right here, bro. Dude is the president of the Harden fan club
Dude,
or
fuck
hate
the
club, I
beard.
should say, bro.
Fuck the beard. Free throw line's getting closed down next year. Expect 6 assists and 14 points from Harden.
Dude,
I like the locks. There's a few snubs that I'm kind of iffy about. I don't know.
Steve Nash is not snubbed on this list. He forever will reign as the number 1 player of all time.
I would put Gary Payton over Steve Nash, dude.
were you like a Rockets fan and just like upset that he left?
No, I was
Is that what
not.
it is, dude?
I hate how Harden goes to the free throw line so much, and they want to compare him to what Kobe Bryant was doing when he was averaging 35.
I mean, obviously, what Kobe was doing was incredible,
Insane.
especially back then when they weren't shooting threes. Just
I'm putting Kobe
so
over
much, but-
Harden in all-time scoring lists too.
I mean, yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, that's no doubt.
No doubt.
Like, dude, Harden's like how you guys look at LeBron. You know what I mean? Like, ugh, I just don't see it.
I think his playmaking ability gets severely underrated because even though he is
Only
driving
reason
so
Harden
much,
has a playmaking ability.
he's
is
drawing
because-
so many double teams, and if he doesn't get the foul, he's usually dishing out the rock to an open shooter, and so it creates a lot of open shots that get overlooked. So
I mean, I guess Kobe's the only person I don't look at shot efficiency, but Harden's just not an efficient shooter if he's not at the line.
I mean,
That's
there
not
was
an
another
opinion.
guy that I kind of had
Fact.
down, but after reading all these names, there was no way. But I mean, Pau Gasol was very good, but it's
Pau-
not
Yeah,
like
he was very good.
it's not like Pau Gasol was a Shaq, D
No,
Wade, one of those type of guys. I
He was
mean,
just a really good player,
just a
though.
very
Yeah.
good player, not a superstar by any means.
Yeah.
And so that Kobe kind of had to take over, and what Kobe was able to do 3 finals in a row, almost taking down the 08 Celtics when they were all in their prime, and then coming back in 010 and getting it done.
010, yeah.
So
Great, dude. One of the best playoff runs ever was that 2010 playoff run.
unreal.
by
My
Kobe.
favorite finals
Yeah.
games ever.
No doubt.
Our
Yeah, like
25
two-
is definitely questionable. LeBron is number 25 on that list, according to our sources. If we're going in order,
I wouldn't disagree with that. I wouldn't argue with that list.
All right.
Harden is not on the list, though, in my opinion. Steve Nash can be 24, and Harden can get snubbed.
Are those your
I'm
final
gonna buy you
thoughts?
a James
Dude,
Harden jersey.
If we're
Christmas.
really taking players off, bro, you got to take like fucking Dennis Rodman over Steve
That's
Nash,
what I'm
bro.
like. I love Robin, but there's a couple of players that might be over him. But I don't know. Rodman had 4 chips. It's hard to.
Dude, Rodman's is a lock for me. Dude.
Rod-
One of the
Rodman's
best defensive
solid,
players
yeah.
ever, bro.
See,
I mean,
I don't
Rod-
disagree. It's just hard when you look at these other names, but I'm cool with him being on the list.
Dude, Steve Nash had like those 2 great seasons, and then he was like really good outside of that. Like in Dallas, he was just really good, and then his early years in Phoenix, he sucked, and then his last few years, he was not that good either. So
He was
I don't
old. I mean, shit, dude. He wasn't built for the sport like these other guys are. So you
the
gotta.
hand check rule is
yeah,
what
exactly. The hand check
propelled
rule went
him.
away,
Yeah.
and then he went into that offense that was juiced
Dude.
with a bunch of
But
players.
if the hand
bro.
check rule, if we're saying that Steve Nash only won because of the hand check rule, then you got to give that same narrative to comparing all the players before the hand check rule, after the hand check rule.
I mean,
So that means that
his is
Harden
the only
compared
one
to
that's
someone like-
significant
Yeah.
in
It's like
increase.
steroids in baseball, significant, bro.
Yeah,
It's
because
like,
I mean, if you look at like Kobe and Vince and all these other players, they kind of stayed the same. They didn't really benefit any. Maybe Kobe because he did go off and score 35 a night
dude.
after
When
that.
Kobe averaged
finally,
30,
So yeah, fuck James Harden. He is not over Steve Nash on this list, Jalen. You're tripping.
I think Nash is definitely a
Prime.
lock for the list, but that doesn't discredit Nash in any way. He
Prime
just
Nash is a better
benefited
passer.
from the hand check rule, and Harden.
yeah, like Kobe averaged 30 in like 2002. You know what I mean? So
Yeah, so it's not like he wasn't doing that. Nash wasn't
Yeah.
doing what he was doing
exactly.
before this rule.
Dude, I'm telling you right now, you can't. You try to play bully ball with these guys that are smaller than you, or try to just smother them on defense. But finally, when they were getting looked at for it, like shit, it's just because he was shorter than Kobe. Like Kobe's what, 6'5", 6'6". So that's like you can't say that Kobe had a harder time scoring than Steve Nash. It's just like Allen Iverson.
AI was averaging like 35, bro, and he was like 6 foot.
That's what I'm saying.
AI was
Allen
probably like
Iverson,
5'10",
same
if
thing.
we're being real.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but was
so-
he was still like wasn't he older when this rule came out? Like he wasn't going into his prime like Nash was.
Nash was
And he
31,
still was averaging 30 plus, dude.
which is why it's so crazy because Nash was past his prime. He was like 31
Yeah.
And how old
Exactly.
was Iverson?
when he averaged 35. What was that? 05. AI was
Yeah.
probably. Damn, he
in
probably
his
was
30s.
30. He probably was 30.
In 05, he was 30.
Yeah, because he went.
In his 30s, I'll
Because
check.
AI came into the draft,
No
he was already like
way.
21.
They got drafted the same year.
I know-
Nash,
Yeah,
Iverson,
I know
yeah.
that.
I think Nash was 22. AI was like 21, and then Kobe came in out of high school. So they were a bit older than Kobe was by 05.
And Iverson was 30 in 05-06. He averaged 33 points a game. And let me check Nash. Hold up.
Yeah, Nash was like 31.
Yeah, Nash was 31 in 06. You're right. So yeah, he was like 31, bro, and that's when he was just like,
That's when
Just broke
he had his MVP season,
yeah.
which is kind of crazy.
Vinny,
Huh?
Nash fan. Nothing to say now.
What do you mean?
You were all defending him, saying he's top 75. No doubt.
There is, dude.
I think there's a good case for him
He's
to be
averaging
in the
basically
list.
20 and 12. Like, dude, solid as fuck.
He didn't average 20 and 12.
It was like 18.
8.6 and 11.6.
You reading that at? Is that like
It was
do you stretch like
rounded up.
stretch?
Rounded up, it's like 19 and 12 for his MVP season. Rounded up.
Yeah, 19 and 12. MVP season, I'm sorry. 20 and 12 was a little too much.
I mean, Harden's doing like 36 and 9, bro. Something like that.
In a completely different league, scoring from the three all the time and the free throw line.
Nash,
Dude, what they
Nash
do
was
now is what
benefited.
they did then with Steve Nash, bro. That
He
was their
wasn't shooting
offense. They
threes
just
the
shot a
same
bunch
way
of
that Harden.
threes.
He wasn't shooting threes like Harden was.
Dude, they led the league in 3-point shooting, his team, bro.
I know, but he's still not. Dude, that's completely different. Like, we're in a different age. This is post Steph Curry.
Dude, that was like the
26 and 9.
infancy of it, bro. Like,
If
that
you
was
want
like
me to look at that season, how
the
many
first
shots he took
stages
from
of
three,
it, bro.
if you want me to look at how many shots he took from three compared to how many
There's definitely a significant difference in the threes.
Well,
but
he barely shot the ball. Like, he passed the ball all the time, Steve Nash.
you got to
That's
look
why
at
he averaged like 15 points a game in
you
his
gotta look at
first
points
MVP
generated.
season.
I don't know if that stat's on hand for everybody because that's like a pretty complicated stat, but you got to look at points generated by each player.
Yeah, and Harden generates a fuck ton more points than Steve Nash, bro.
Dude, I don't know.
it's like common sense. If he's gonna drop 40 and give you like 10 assists, it's more points being generated
Did
than
he average 36 and 9?
Yeah.
dude, go look at dude. He averaged like 36 points. Let me see his assists. Hold up.
It was probably like eight assists, but that's still crazy.
The whole year?
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck that.
Yeah, 36 and 7.5 assists. And then he averaged 34 and 7 the next year. Dude averaged 30 points per game for 3 straight years, man. Then this year he averaged like 25 and 11.
Sorry, got a call in the middle of that.
But yeah, I think that's the list, though.
That is probably the list. Me and Ryan will give the edge to Harden. Vinny's gonna swap that
Yeah.
out for Nash. I don't mind the Nash pick. It's hard to put him off after 2 MVPs, even if he shouldn't have won those MVPs. But
Yeah,
that's
that's
gonna-
another thing,
yeah.
too.
That's
Hasn't
another
even won
topic
those.
You
for
guys are Steve Nash haters.
different
Steve
video.
Nash haters.
That's gonna do it for this episode of the Fadeaway. Comment down below any picks that you disagree with and would swap out. And peace.
Comment down below if you. Sorry, comment down below if you guys have any good like glasses retailers for these blind ass fucking co-hosts. No, I'm just playing. Have a good night.